Everybody talks about how much money Teslas can save you, and while they're not wrong, there is a little bit more to it. This is my fourth Tesla. I just got it 2 months ago, so let's go over all the hidden costs that these cars carry with them, and there's 7 of these that I could think of. And the first one of those is insurance. So I'll show you my numbers, but just know they're gonna be skewed a little bit because I was in an at-fault accident about a year ago now. I'd argue I wasn't at fault. I did not see this rock, but it is what it is, and my insurance has been higher ever since. However, you do hear it all the time. People say, oh, insurance is so much more expensive on Teslas. And while there is some truth to that, I wouldn't say so much more. It's not ridiculously more like some people suggest. I've had plenty of friends and family get Teslas over the years, and if I had to guess, I'd say they pay about 10 to 20% more than what they normally would. But again, this is completely subjective. And it's hard to just give examples because insurance premiums depend on so many things. But I will say, as far as insurance with Teslas go, there may be a bit of a catch. Oftentimes, if your state offers it, Tesla has their own insurance, Tesla Insurance, and it's considerably cheaper than other insurance companies. And that's what I use. I have Tesla insurance, and even after my at-fault accident, it is still my cheapest option. And trust me, I've gotten plenty of quotes to try to get my insurance rate down, but Tesla Insurance is the best I can do. So that's insurance. The second hidden cost I'm gonna say are accessories. Now there's accessories that are pretty cool, some are pretty wild, like you can get a fridge for your Tesla or a mattress if you wanna go camping. But I wanna include accessories on this hidden cost list because there are some things that Teslas just don't come with, which you think they probably should, and so we buy them and we call them accessories. For example, the center console here, it has a ton of storage, it's huge, but it's basically unusable without any sort of organizer. And the armrest area is the same idea. It's not as big or as deep, but again, an organizer helps so much here. And then you get to the floor mats. Teslas come with these really cheap carpet ones that stain so easily. I'm in Vegas, I get no rain, no snow, and I still hate these. They stain so easily, so you just need some better all-weather floor mats. And then roof shades. The glass roof is a really cool feature until it gets hot outside and you feel that sun beating down on your head. And as far as the must-have accessories, I would say those are like the true, really must-haves, but then you can go down this big rabbit hole of a bunch of accessories that you can get for your Tesla. And then, before you know it, you spent a few $100s on stuff you didn't even know existed before you bought your Tesla. I've got a ton of things in my Model Y. I got links down below to everything I have if you want to check them out. Some even have some discount codes, so go ahead and take a look. And another hidden cost that nobody really talks about is online privacy. And that's why I partnered with Delete Me, who is the sponsor of today's video. The second you buy a car, sign up for insurance, register things online, or even just use random apps and websites, your personal information starts getting spread all over the internet through data broker sites. Information like your phone number, your address, your emails, your relatives, stuff that you don't want on the internet. For example, I went to physical therapy school, I did my own thing afterwards for a little bit, now I have this YouTube channel, and after all that, when I Googled my name, I found my phone number, my address, and resumes that I did not make, but still had accurate information, which was really scary. Delete Me helps find and remove your personal information from hundreds of these data broker websites automatically, which is honestly kind of crazy once you actually see how much of your information is out there. They also continually monitor and remove any information that gets out there, so it's not just a one-time thing. And with how much of our lives are all online now, especially when you're ordering stuff or traveling, it's something that more people should pay attention to. So if you want to check it out, use my link and code down in the description below for a special discount. The next hidden cost on this list is going to be registration. Now here in Nevada, any car registration is just stupidly expensive, but in other states, registering a Tesla can be a bit more than any other car. In some states with this EV tax, they'll literally just charge you more because you drive an electric vehicle. And unfortunately, if I'm being honest, as Teslas and EVs get more and more popular, this is a trend I only see continuing. My registration for this Model Y rear-wheel drive here in Nevada cost me $729. So depending on where you live, owning a Tesla can actually come with some extra yearly costs people don't really think about before they buy the car. Hidden cost number 4, I'm gonna say home charging, but I'm gonna put an asterisk next to this because there's a bit more to it. Most people just assume they need to upgrade their home outlet, so they'll call an electrician, get some upgraded outlet, or just install the Tesla wall connector, which that whole process can cost a few $100s. But I wanted to put an asterisk here because most people don't need to do this. You can actually just charge any Tesla on any standard outlet. It's a slower charge, but if you can charge overnight, if you're like most people, you'll get enough range for your daily driving. And this is exactly what I do. And I always recommend, if you're not sure if you'll need a faster home charging setup, just try the standard outlet because you can always upgrade at any time if you need to. Now on this charging note, hidden cost number 5 is gonna be supercharging because yes, while it is still cheaper than gas, it's not nearly as cheap as it used to be just a few years ago. Back in the day, I would take a cross-country road trip and then compare Tesla versus gas costs, and I would be saving hundreds of dollars. Just a few years ago, I would have said the average Tesla supercharging price is about half the price of gas. But fast forward to today, and if you had to ask me, I would guess it's about 3/4 the price of gas. So if you're somebody who's going to be exclusively supercharging all the time, the savings compared to gas are nowhere near as crazy as they used to be. But I will say, being able to charge at home is definitely where Teslas begin to start being dramatically cheaper to drive over time. The Tesla app is really cool too. You can input your electricity rates and see exactly how much you're spending and saving on all of your charging. The next hidden cost on my list is going to be tint, because more than other cars, these cars are definitely like a fishbowl, which is great for visibility, but not so great for summertime, especially in a place like here in Las Vegas. The windshields on Teslas are huge, and the Cybertruck is literally the biggest windshield ever. I know Vegas gets especially hot, but the difference in tint versus no tint on just the windshield is a huge difference. Another reason for tint you don't really think about is for the screen here also, because the sun coming through those bare windows hitting on the screen can cause some massive glare. And a pro tip for tinting your Tesla, don't get these glass roofs tinted because even the cheapest roof shades are going to do a much better job at heat rejection than the highest quality tint would. So you can save yourself a bunch of money. Just pick up a pair of roof shades and don't get this glass roof tinted. Another pro tip here is if you're in Vegas, go hit up Ben at Starbase Wraps if you want the highest quality tint job, wrap job, PPF job for your Tesla. He does it all. And the last hidden cost on this list is going to be subscriptions, and there are 2 that a lot of people will probably get or consider. The first of those is premium connectivity, which is $10 a month, or you can pay $100 per year. So your music and video streaming apps on your Tesla like Spotify, Netflix, YouTube, to use them, all of them require premium connectivity. And you can bypass this if you want to just use the Bluetooth to play your music, but the apps are right here on the screen. It's just so convenient to use them here. But with premium connectivity, you also get a few other cool things like satellite view maps and live traffic and live weather. Most people do end up paying for it. It's up to you if you want to, but the second subscription is the big one, and that is full self-driving. Tesla's FSD is currently $99 per month. It's still supervised, so you still have to sit here behind the wheel and pay attention to it while it's on, but your car will take you from point A to point B and park itself all autonomously. And just to clarify, by no means is this necessary to purchase, but if you try it, it's something that you're probably going to want. Every Tesla comes with a 30-day free trial of FSD, and they do this for a reason because it converts pretty well. I know quite a few people who never planned on buying full self-driving and then tried it and had it for a while, and now they pay for it. I'm one of those people. But overall, when people say these cars can save you money, they're not wrong. Charging is cheaper than gas, and there's pretty much no maintenance. In fact, data shows that these cars are the cheapest cars to own over a 5 to 10 year period. However, there are some hidden costs that you may not even think about before you buy a Tesla, and that's why I wanted to make this video. So if you're in the market for a new Tesla, I hope this video helped you feel a bit more prepared financially. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.